Well, folks, I'm back for another Tim Talk. This one's going to be kind of a simple one too, but I really feel like this is important. Um, the importance, if you want to deepen your relationship with nature, you have to, and this will be the title of this Tim Talk, be alone in nature. Now, I'm not at all saying you shouldn't go out with your friends, family, and so forth. That's a whole other level of just magic. And yes, you should. But I notice as a teacher, very few people go out in nature alone, and particularly for any length of time. And part of it's fear, part of it's fear of what could happen if there's no help. Part of it's just simply the fear of not knowing what to do if we don't have somebody to talk to or relate to, because we're so used to gabbing away all the time, you know. And another really important caveat here I got to throw in. Don't take a cell phone of any kind. Or if you take it, you have to have the discipline to turn it off and just use it as a backup for an emergency. Nothing more. So going out into nature and sitting, even for an hour, is amazing. Even for a half a day is amazing more. Even for a full day is even more amazing. To be able to go out for a week or a month, that's more amazing. To be able to go out in wild places, that's even more amazing. The wilder, the better. But all levels of being alone in nature are important. Whether you have a sit spot that you love somewhere and you go and you sit there every day or every other day and connect with nature and the trees and plants around you, or whether you're walking and alone, it's so vital. In that alone time, your true self, the relationship that you have, the true one with nature, comes out. And nature reaches out to you and embraces you more. If you're being distracted constantly with someone, you miss many opportunities of going deeper. So I want you to really stop and think. Just assess it for a minute. How often do you really go out alone in nature? Even for an hour or two. And how often do you go out in a wilder place? Not just a city park, which is good, or anything else, but a wild place. You get off the trail, you go into a wilderness area, or you go off the trail where people don't hang out. You can't hear their voices, you can't hear cars. It's just you and the land. How often? My guess is most of you, very little. And if some of you are saying I do it a lot, then do it more. You can't do it enough. Probably some of the most profound trips I've ever taken in the woods was when I had over a month in the wilderness, or 3 months in the wilderness in Canada, or many weeks alone backpack. But I also love to just go for day hikes alone in nature. I love to climb and sit in trees alone in nature, and swim in lakes alone in nature, and walk up creeks alone in nature. You know, it's pretty much a huge part of my life. And again, I'll just finish up this by saying that doesn't exclude going with people. That's a whole nother thing that's important to do. Go out in nature and build your relationship in a sacred way with your friends, your family, and your lovers. That's vital too. But alone in nature, alone in nature. Make it a mantra. Make it a mantra and go and do it. And watch what happens. Your heart will open, your soul will embrace the earth, and you will become an earth keeper. Oh,